The Middle East is a region of ancient rivalries and sudden shocking turns. For years the UAE projected stability and strength, a modern, wealthy nation, a rising military power. But in Yemen's unforgiving landscape, that image was shattered. The UAE, a key player in a brutal war, suddenly found itself under direct attack. This wasn't just another distant skirmish, it was a strike at the UAE's homeland, shaking global energy markets and regional security. The war in Yemen, meant to secure Emirati interests, instead exposed new vulnerabilities and created new enemies. The recent escalation is a turning point for the entire Middle East. Why should Americans care? Because Middle East stability affects global oil prices, shipping lanes, and U.S. interests. The UAE's setback is more than a military loss. It's a political shock that forces a rethinking of who holds power in the region. It's a story of ambition, miscalculation, and the unpredictable dangers of modern warfare. The consequences reach far beyond Yemen's borders. To understand the UAE's predicament, we must look at Yemen's decade-long civil war. The Houthis, backed by Iran, seized Yemen's capital in 2014, triggering a massive regional intervention. Saudi Arabia formed a coalition to restore the ousted government, with the UAE as a leading member. The UAE saw the Houthis as an Iranian threat and aimed to control key ports along Yemen's coast. Billions were spent training local militias, especially the Southern Transitional Council, STC, which seeks southern independence. This strategy fractured the anti-Houthi alliance, as the UAE's proxies clashed with Saudi-backed forces. In 2025, the STC seized oil-rich provinces, deepening divisions and weakening the fight against the Houthis. The UAE's contradictory policy created chaos, giving the Houthis an opening. The stage was set for the Houthis' most audacious move, a direct strike on the UAE. The war's complexity had come home to roost. For years, the Yemen war felt distant to most Emiratis. That changed when Houthi missiles and drones struck Abu Dhabi, targeting an oil facility near the airport. The attacks caused casualties, disrupted flights, and sent shockwaves through the UAE's economy and public psyche. The UAE's advanced air defenses failed to stop the strikes, exposing a critical vulnerability. The Houthis' message was clear: continue fighting us, and we'll bring the war to your doorstep. Cheap drones and missiles inflicted real damage on a wealthy, powerful nation. The conflict was no longer contained, it now threatened a global hub for finance and travel. The UAE's Yemen gamble had become a direct risk at home. The aftermath was fear and uncertainty. The UAE's image as a safe haven was shattered. Foreign workers and investors faced a new reality. Oil markets reacted instantly. Prices soared, fueling global inflation and higher gas prices for Americans. The attacks showed that even the most advanced militaries are vulnerable to cheap, asymmetric weapons. The Yemen war became a testing ground for the future of warfare, blurring lines between state and non-state actors. The UAE government faced a dilemma: retaliate to restore deterrence, or reassure a shaken public and global partners. The strikes exposed the contradiction in the UAE's foreign policy. Military adventures abroad had created new risks at home. The cost was no longer just financial or military but reputational. The world was forced to reconsider the true price of intervention. The UAE's greatest asset, its reputation for security, was now in jeopardy. The UAE responded with airstrikes in Yemen, but the real challenge was strategic. Its Yemen policy had failed, creating a direct threat to national security. Military options were limited, a ground invasion was unthinkable, and airstrikes alone weren't enough. The UAE's main proxy, the STC, was more interested in southern independence than fighting the Houthis. The UAE was trapped, unable to win, but unable to withdraw without losing face. This crisis may force a shift from military intervention to diplomacy and homeland defense. The UAE must now decide: double down on the STC, risking a rift with Saudi Arabia, or push for unity against the Houthis. Each path is risky, with years of investment and regional influence at stake. The choices made now will redefine the UAE's role in the Middle East. The Yemen crisis exposed a deep rift between Saudi Arabia and the UAE. Once close allies, their interests diverged. Saudi Arabia focused on defeating the Houthis, while the UAE backed southern separatists. In 2026, Saudi Arabia even struck a weapons shipment meant for the UAE's proxy, the STC. The anti-Houthi coalition was now fractured, strengthening the Houthis and Iran. For the US, this infighting between key partners is a diplomatic nightmare, undermining efforts to contain Iran and promote stability. The split creates a power vacuum, inviting influence from Iran, Russia, and China. The breakdown of the Saudi-Emirati alliance could redraw the region's political map, leading to new rivalries and proxy conflicts. The dream of a united Gulf front against Iran is fading. The Middle East is becoming more fragmented and volatile. The risk of wider escalation and direct threats to US interests has never been higher. The UAE's setback in Yemen offers hard lessons. Conventional military power is no guarantee against asymmetric threats like drones and missiles. Proxy warfare is risky. Proxies have their own agendas and can destabilize entire regions. The fracturing of the Saudi-UAE alliance and Gulf vulnerability could lead to escalation or perhaps a turn toward diplomacy. The stakes are global. Oil flows, trade, and security all hang in the balance. The key question: can the region's powers learn from this crisis? Or will old rivalries drive new conflicts? The Yemen war has entered a new, more dangerous chapter. The world is watching, hoping for wisdom over war.